Soul Dynasty just coming up, taking space as they push Tizu all the way out here. I mean, he's got to get kind of control of this. So you can't get the Widow on the offense. You can't give them a good sight line, and you'll lose Poco straight away. I believe that's a Roadhog hook from Gesture, and then a headshot from Fits takes him out.
Oh, Gesture's getting close.
Tizu is though, Mitch. He has no sightline over the point. Just the presence of the Hog, I guess, just knocked him down to the low ground, all the way in the back of his choke. I mean, the Widow on defense needs to hold that position. You can't allow the opposing Widow to get so much control over the point.
Philly all pushed in towards that left side room to make something happen. Creative sees it. It's the fattest biotic grenade he could ask for in this situation. Already been down a player as Philly, so no way they were recovering from that one. Healing denied. Fury hooked into the Dragon. Time to get away as Prophet doubles down. And Gesture now can chase Poco all the way.
Look, this looks like a series that's kind of getting out of hand, right?
How does Ivy take control of this situation? He has a Dragon Strike, but very little to work with here. It can be used to maybe force the Dynasty back. And literally his only ult chat, no meme. A lot of damage on Jesse, and Biotic Grenade does connect from Alarm, but Fury and Alarm both hit with one themselves. Creative punishing and preventing healing to the backline of Philly once more. And that gives it opening for Jess to be brought back to life. And now it's the whole hog on the card, and Ivy is just trying to skirt around it as much as he possibly can. But Creative again strikes, gets rid of Alarm, gets traded out. Both teams missing their armors and a lot of their healing, but it's about pot for Toby, and it's all gas, no breaks right now for the Dynasty, and they roll over the Fusion.
Yeah, and that's going to be Fits taking out 2 on the Widow. You'll have a res here on the Poco. Just trying to take a breather, stay alive, but this is just stagger here. That'll be the Seoul Dynasty taking checkpoint B. Seoul Dynasty looks to be picking up right where they left off against the San Francisco Shock, which is obviously scary for the Fusion, but it also should be scary for other teams. Well, there goes Prophet on.
Okay, a bit of a gaff there from Prophet, maybe forced.
No one can hide.
Ivy's still going to go down though, so the Dynasty Lab just
can't
even
the
the odds.
where somebody is off the
Pogo's dead. He's absolutely dead. He gets dropped down and splats. He hits the ground. Fury's low, tries to back away, and somehow Funny Astro is able to create a resurrect opportunity, but he's not allowed to escape. Fix finds him, and then the player he brought back into the fray. And the Fusion once more a coward. Forced back inside spawn now, and from their little hamlet they'll try and strike forth, but Gesture is waiting with a hook. Send him off to the abattoir.
Yeah, and that'll be a Dragon on the point. Yeah, players coming out. Fury will get a touch here. He'll get biotic grenaded. He won't be able to heal at all. Prophet will take him out. Now you just have Pogo spinning on the point, as this could be a tremendous time from Seoul Dynasty.
Oh my. 3 minutes. 36 seconds on the clock.
Can they get anything going though? Even though they've been able to get a first pick in some of these fights, they've not been able to turn it into any type of objective progress.
Fury looks for the hook, he can't find it now. It's a nano boosted Gesture bearing down upon him at a rate of knots. He has the whole hog, but he waits it out. He's going to get forced back now by the exact same from Fury. Fits is removed by Ivy.
This is good for Seoul Dynasty, right? You have a tremendous amount of time in the time bank. You've completed the map. Now you just stall out the Philly Fusion some more. Funny Astro will get back into the fight here. Double support ults for both teams. Infrasight here from Fits. You could use that to buy yourself some time. They're not going to push into that. If you wanted to just draw out more clock. They end up using the walls, but it seems like more like he's waiting for Hisu to pop his.
Oh no, Valkyrie from Funny Astro. He has to resurrect Alarm. He has the Transcendence, and he is able to bring this Zenyatta back into the fray. Poco went very low, and Fury is trying to wrap around a la Gesture, looking for a pick. He doesn't find one though, and somehow Creative is just sitting behind the entirety of the Fusion. He's eventually punished for that by Hisu, and that Transcendence should help the Fusion now get over the line. Marvel's forced to come back a little bit. Toby tries to keep him topped up. The accretion almost gets Marvel out alive. The Fusion get to the last phase of the map. Gravitic Flux, there's a whole hog there. Ivy, Sonic Arrow, a tense duel between him and Prophet.
No one
Ivy wants to push forward though and take that more further platform, but he can't because Marvel's playing the low ground here. There's a Roadhog on the left-hand side of your screen. Poco's 1 HP pretty much. If that accretion hit it, it would have been curtains for the Sigma from the Fusion. Here's Alarm back with that Transcendence, but it doesn't protect him. It gets headshots. Fitz finds the insta-kill that requires the resurrect now. Tishi's brought back into the fight. Ivy's able to just a 180 and find Prophet now. Maybe a slight overextension on his part, and Fitz has gone hunting for the Zen. Gets rid of him now, and Funny Astro barely alive. See the whole hog here. But Fury is available, but Gesture's going to tear them apart. He eventually gets forced back now as Fury churns that scrap gun. Fury tries to yank him off the card to prevent any sort of stall, but it doesn't quite work out, and Kobe now is going to keep him topped up.
He's not going to be able to stay on the point, though. Gesture coming back into the fight.
This gives Hisu a pretty comfortable position now and knows he only can really be tested by Fits for the time being.
Yeah, just you see how Seoul Dynasty is playing, though. They're just giving him nothing on the point. For him to get anything, they need to start forcing the fights on the point. That'll be a pick there they get on a Gesture.
Slowly but surely, Funny Astro goes down. But the reinforcements a little bit quicker for the Philadelphia Fusion. It may not matter though, because Prophet's gotten rid of Ivy, and all of a sudden, Philadelphia look a little bit listless, unaware of where to turn next, and Alarm's going to get pressure now. Prophet tries to go over the top, but it's a nice accretion to shut that Hanzo down. But look at where Fitz is. He pushed so far forward with a cheeky grapple around the top right side. Philly completely taken by surprise.
You take a look from Fitz POV here. Comes on the side of Alarm. Nothing Alarm can do. He had to take out Poco at the end there. This is a sleep dart onto Gesture, and then you also have the Dragon coming through.
Yeah, forcing the Dynasty to play in that small alcove, lines it up for Ivy, should I say, but Prophet gets a quick peek out. It will be the Dynasty, though their defensive prowess is going to start to peter away. It's really just Toby and Fitz who's hit with a bite of grenade up on top there, and peeking right now would be a very bad idea.
You see Fury there with an Anubis sleeping on the job. Same with Gesture now.
Yeah, both of them get the Nano Boost, mostly for the damage reduction, if anything else. But now the Gesture actually has the latent Nano Boost. Oh, he got bathed into that one though. Fury tries to turn around him with a whole hog, then to his left, then to his right, forcing everybody away. He lashes out at the encroaching Seoul Dynasty squad, and Creative has fallen. There's no supports left for the Dynasty now, and Fury can actually come out from under the bridge like the troll he is and get his revenge against the populace of this small village. And he'll chase Matt all the way. Fitz tries to get back into spawn. That sleep dart saves his life and prevents him from having to respawn.
Yeah, but they're not out of it yet. Fitz will get one. Prophet on the Genji just contesting the point. Creative with another one.
He's down finally. Prophet able to move to the point now. In the Genji switch from Prophet, that extra mobility is big.
That'll be Fitz kicking it off with a pick on the Hisu.
Yeah, again, just continuing the story of dominance and Funny. I mean, how do you know if you're Funny Astro? How can you expect Prophet to make that kind of rotation? He was in a different part of the map completely. That's a big bite of grenade from Alarm, but there's just no follow-up to it.
Yeah, you just, you're not able to push and get aggressive on the back of it because you know that they have so much extra damage sitting on their side.
And I mean, Hypersphere's inside a small room. You don't have to be a physicist to figure out what's going to happen there.
They're going to walk into this next fight, so this will be Seoul Dynasty taking point A. Now, Prophet is just so good on the Hanzo. We've seen it historically.
It's his movement.
Hitting shots like that, he makes hitting long-range shots like that look so easy. That is not an easy shot.
It looks like he has like 3 charges of his dash available, and everyone else has to use just the one. The way he gets around the map. Oh, that's a big one. Marvel's able to find Alarm with a Hyperspeed just around that left-hand side. And Gesture now litters the point with corpses. The Seoul Dynasty just break on through. They ooze confidence now. And Poco's is going to try and keep this stalled out. Hisu switching towards the Mei is never a good sign. Alarm fades onto the point, then fades to black. Tries to stay alive with a healing orb, but it's not enough. And yeah, Hisu gets a rude awakening of the tectonic type. And it'll just be a Genji trying to deflect on the point for Ivy. He's with the biting grenade as well. Here's the wrecking ball once more. Poco still trying to step up, but the Fusion now are being put to bed. Alarm again hits with accretion, and that's a 4-minute and 9-second time bank for the Seoul Dynasty.
Yeah, you saw Fury using the emote there, just third-personing around the wall. That'll be Ivy with another one. Fury with a kill on a Gesture. So maybe some signs of life here for the Philly Fusion, but it's answered back with 2 kills from Fitz, 1 from Prophet, another from Marvel. The DPS difference today, it has been all Fitz and Prophet. They've been unreal.
The coverage is insane. There is no part of this point that the Seoul Dynasty don't have 2 snipers' eyes trained on. You see where Fitz was playing from there? He really didn't have to move too much, just wait for the Fusion to expose themselves. Philly had to make a play. They didn't have the shielding, and they'd lost Alarm, and, well, they've lost Ivy now as well. Unlikely the Dynasty can make a play off the back of that kill, as that we a short respawn, but point A, they've got it.
Gesture's been pretty effective with his hooks, so maybe you're able to just manufacture a pick out of that, get some ults, and just store him onto the point. Mind you, they only need about 43% here to win it.
Oh no. Oh
No
my!
one can
Ivy
hide
taken
from
down.
my
Has to be a hasty resurrect, but Fits is going to look to go for blood after that one. This forces Funny Astro to stay on that right-hand side with Poco. The Dynasty had an opportunity now, but the Gravitic Flux might create another one. Ivy's able to hop, skip, and jump out of it, but Alarm wasn't so lucky. Prophet takes him down in mid-air, and once more is Ivy going to be called on to try and break the fusion out of this compromising scenario. There we go, take the soil sample for analysis, Ivy. He's back in spawn, and the Dynasty move forward in numbers now. Just a little on Funny Astro to mean he couldn't get out there, in the Seoul Dynasty dispatch a Philly Fusion, who spent all season creating chaos and thriving in it, but now Philadelphia, they die by the same sword that they lived.